So our first question for the day will be minimum days to make M bouquets. So the question statement is you are given an integer array bloom day and integer m and an integer k. You want to make M bouquet. To make a bouquet you need to use k adjacent flowers from the garden. Okay. The garden consists of n flowers and ith flower will bloom on the bloom day. Okay, and then can be used in exactly one bouquet. Return the minimum number of days you need to wait to be able to make M bouquet from the garden. If it is impossible to make M bouquet, return one. Okay, it's actually a bit similar to the last problem which we did, like Coco eating bananas. But we need to find the minimum amount of number of days we need to wait to be able to make bouquets. Okay, so the number of bouquets we need is 3, and these are the time of days which are required for the flower to bloom. Okay. So first, for one day it will be one bloom, second, third, and then we have to 10 wait 3. We had our 3 requirements, and that is done. In this case, where we need m equals to 3 and k equals to 2, so k equals to at least 2 of them just just beside 2 neighboring flowers should be blossomed and can be used. So suppose in this case neither of them are bloomed. I mean two. So size is smaller than the required bouquet. So we cannot. We have only five flowers, so we cannot make it happen. And let's see in this situation. Two is the number of bouquets we need. So we need 3 adjacent, right? 1, 3, and 3. We can do this 3. So we will have to wait for 12 days. Hmm. Okay, first I'll check whether the size is. I will multiply m and k. If the size is lower than that, then I'll just give the value -1. And if it's not, then I'll go and hmm, we are looking for the series. I think I have to go for the solution. I'm not able to understand what is going on right now. Hmm. So yeah, I finished it on my own. Hmm. So basically, we need to find the minimum number of days to require to make a bouquet. Number of bouquets. So first, we need to find the possibilities of how many bouquets can the array form in the particular day. So for that, I have written a function where it takes the particular day and the number of bouquets we want to build and the adjacent bouquets required. We can use adjacent bouquets. We can use int arr of dot length, and yeah. So I'm starting the loop and I'm checking whether the current element is lower than the day. If it's lower or equal to the day, I'm increasing the count. And if it's so, suppose in this situation, let me just open Epic Pen. So yeah, basically what we want is okay. So in the situation where we are using this array, I'll just explain. We are using 10, 3, 10, and 2. So now we are checking whether the current day is, suppose for 1 and 10 will be 5, right? So I will be checking the 5. If it's less than, as 1 is less than 5, then I will increase the count of C A plus plus, so which will be 1 in the situation. Then I will check for the next one, and if it's not, then I will update the value, the number of bouquets. If it's plus or by count by k, so count by k in the situation is 2, right? Okay, let's use this example. Yeah, so k in the situation is 1, so I'll just increase the number of bouquets in this value. So bouquet num plus plus, so now it's 1, and now I'm shifting to another value. If it's now in this case where 1 10 3 1 10 and 2. So now in this situation I can see that when the value of 10, it's updating it to 0 and connecting the value to 1. After that, now the count is 0. I'm checking whether if 3 is less than 5. If it's yes, then I will increase the value of count, which is again will be 1. And now it's for the next iteration, it's checking 10. It's not. Then the 1 will be transferred to into this, where now cancelling to 1, it will be 2. Yeah, the 1 will be 2. The count or number of bouquets will be 2. And now after the count value is again 0. So now the value of I will be 2. In this situation, it will, as it's less than 5, it will increase the value of count by 1. And then as the array is ending, we can just we have stored the value of count, right? So count by k is 1 by 1 equals to 1. So now the value of 2 will be 3. So basically that's how it's working, where we are taking the adjacent ones, taking the number of uh, bouquet flowers that are bloomed in a particular day, on the particular day. Yeah, so similar to this, let me just erase this. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, so now that we have done that, we will just return the condition where we'll check the number of bouquets that are formed are greater than m according to our requirement. If greater than or equal to m, then it will send it true. So now what we are doing is we are taking the lowest value of the integer in the array. So which will be in this array, it will be minimum will be 1 and maximum will be 10. Okay, so in that what I'm trying to so at least for blossom one flower, the minimum day is 1 and the maximum is 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the binary search method here, where one is low and high is 10. So now in the case of mid, in this mid will be 5, and the 5 I will send it to the above function, where it will check if it's lower, the number of bouquets exist in that, is if exist in the, I mean, the number of requirement bouquets exist in number day 5. If it's there, then I'm going to be, as we need the lowest one, then I will update the value of high to 4, because we need the lowest ones, right? So in that case 1 and 4, where mid will be 2, and now I'll check the condition if it's happening or not, and this condition won't pass through because we won't have 3 bouquets for ready for 2 days. Then we will just update the value of low, increase, as we don't have 2, then the lower case won't happen as well. So then I will increase the value of low equals to mid plus 1 plus 1. So now the value is 3 4, and the mid will be 3, and I will check the condition again, and now the condition passes through, where 3 is greater than, so, and equal to the number of bouquets that are required in our situation. So now we'll just print out this thing. So as you can see here, mm, that if it's true, then I'm decreasing the value of high to mid minus 1. If it's not, then I'm increasing the value of low minus 1. So, and automatically the lowest value, the integer, the index low will be the answer for us, as we will try to go for the lowest one, lowest index. Okay, let's check this off as we have done this. Well, now we need to find the let's go to the next problem, which is, I'll just remove this thing. 1 second. Yeah. Hmm. So now what we need to find the smallest divisor given a threshold, given an integer array and an integer threshold. We will choose the positive integer divisor, divide all the array by it, and sum the divisions result. Find the smallest divisor such that the mentioned above is less than or equals to threshold. For each result of the given rounded is nearest integer greater than or equal to that element. For example, 7 by 3 equals to 3. How is that? Okay, so hmm, okay, any number greater than that divisor should be okay. Not ceiling. I can use math ceiling in that situation. Hmm. So I need to find the smallest divisor, which will give me the value of threshold. 1 1 1 3 and 2, right? 3 plus 2 5. I'm still confused. Positive. Okay, we will add every element in the array, and in the situation which is 17, if the divisor is 1, then I think I can solve this on my own. See, yeah, I forgot to start the recording. So basically, I made a checker where it start checks go through the. I take a divisor and add the devise it to every single element of the array and add it to the val. And if val is less than or equals to my threshold, then I will return true. If it's not, then it's going to return false. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm using the binary search approach where using the binary search approach I'm taking the lowest integer of the array and the highest integer of the array, and then going through every single day which can be my lowest divisor which will be under the threshold. So in this situation, max value max equals to integer dot min value for int I equals to I less than num start length I plus plus. So min is equals to math dot min comma nums of I. Max equals to math dot max comma nums of I. Now that I have found it, I will just add the value of low equals to mid and int I equals to max, while low is less than or equals to high. Int mid equals to low plus high, sorry, by 2. Hmm. I'm going to call the function if what was the checker nums comma mid comma threshold threshold है ना? Yeah, if it's true, then I will go for the lowest one, lower most high equals to mid minus 1. If it's not, else low equals to mid plus 1. So now I can just return, as we are finding the lowest, I will just return the value low. I think this should be enough. This should work. Hmm. What did the value of low update from 45? 45. Hmm. Okay, let me just go with this thing. What is the issue in the code? Hmm. Okay, yeah, that works. Hmm. I don't need the minimum value then. I can just start with one. Okay, yeah. Hmm. I think that should be the answer as well in the answer sheet. Yeah, yeah, same, similar. Okay, yeah. Mm, yeah, I got the one. Mhm. A conveyor belt has packages that must be shipped from one port to another port within days. Okay, the ith package on the conveyor belt has weight. Okay, each day we load the ship with packages on the conveyor belt in order given by weights. We may not load more weight than the maximum weight capacity of the ship. Return the least weight capacity of the ship that will result in all packages on the conveyor belt being shipped in days. So in 5 days I need to add all of these. So in this case 322414. In 3 days I need to add all this package. So minimum should be 6. Is it according to it? 6, 5, 6. Okay, so basically, so I need to find the number of least the number of weights which I can load every day, so that I can add all the cargo into the ship in particular days, given days. So for suppose we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I need to find the weight which I can finish it in the particular days. So days is lower than, okay, weight's length is lower than days, right? It will always be lower than that, lower than or equals to. So even the days are 10, so at least it should take at least 10 kgs per day. Let me just check it with the chat GPT. My logic is right or wrong. For the first example, what will be the answer if days are 10? It should be 10, right? What if it's 9? The weights are same. Okay, so yeah, basically it should be 10. The minimum amount of weight I can send is 10, which is the highest of the array. And the highest I can send is the sum of all this array, which will be in a single day. So if I want to send the package in single day, the minimum will be the sum of the array, right? So yeah, basically we'll start our array from 10 to the sum of the array in this situation where 1 2 3 4 yeah 3 1 2 3 is 6 10 15 15 plus 13 plus 9 plus 8 is 17 17 plus 30 30 45 55. Yeah, so 55 is the maximum amount of weight which I can carry. So in my condition, check condition, I need to find a way that where I can send in such a way that I can date in a particular way. So I need a check condition where I need to understand the logic for this. Hmm. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to here is I'm taking the day and adding into the current weight. Let me just update this value. Current weight. So yeah, what I'm trying to do here is I'm checking if the weight is current weight is actual more than the weight which it can handle per day. If it's not, if it's increasing, then if it's greater than that, then if it's, I'm adding the values of the day because that's the maximum for the day, and I'm going for the next day, and I'm resetting the current weight as well. And now after this loop I'm just updating the value of array, sorry, current weight to the next element, which is arr of I, current element. Yeah, and then whenever so the number of iterations I have done, if I get the value of days which is less than thresholds, then it will just return true or false. Now in this situation I'm just taking the maximum value of value of the array, the min value and integer of sum, right? So 0 for int I equals to 0, I less than weights dot length I plus this. Now max val equals to math dot max val comma weights of I. After this I can just sum plus equals to weights of I, I, yeah, I have done that as well. Now my a low will be int low equals to max val and int height will be sum. Okay, now while low less than equals to high int mid equals to low plus high by 2. That's it. Now I'll check if ship weights, right? Ship weights. Ship weights. Ship weights of weights comma mid comma what do you call क्या था वो थ्रेशोल्ड नहीं क्या था इसमें days. Then I need to so see it's true, right? So I just need to update the value of high equals to mid, sorry, low equals to mid plus 1, else high equals to mid minus 1, so minus 1. Yeah, I can just return low. That should work. What is the issue in this code? I'm starting this is this okay. Does not exist. You need to find the lower, right? So high equals to mid minus 1. Low equals to mid minus 1. What about now? Yeah, let's go. There we have it.